By the time they got home, he was vomiting uncontrollably and could barely stand. They rushed him to the vet just in time, but many dogs aren't so lucky. If your dog goes off leash or you live near wooded areas, you need to stay extra vigilant. One bad mushroom can end a life. Next is nutmeg. This warm spice that we casually add to cookies, pies, and festive drinks contains a compound called myristicin, which is highly toxic to dogs. Even a small amount can trigger tremors, hallucinations, high blood pressure, rapid heart rate, and seizures. Imagine sharing a small piece of spiced cookie with your puppy on a cozy evening, only to watch them start pacing, shaking, and looking terrified an hour later. That's the reality for many dogs every holiday season. Nutmeg might smell wonderful to us, but for dogs, it's a hidden nightmare. Then we have avocado. That creamy green fruit we all love on toast contains a toxin called persin. In dogs, it can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and serious breathing problems. The pit is even more dangerous. It's a choking hazard and can cause intestinal blockages that often require emergency surgery. The skin and leaves are toxic too. Avocados may be trendy and healthy for humans, but they are a silent threat to our dogs. Cooked bones are another classic mistake. Many of us grew up thinking bones are fine for dogs, but once they're cooked, they become brittle and can splinter into sharp pieces like broken glass. These shards can tear through the throat, stomach, or intestines, causing severe internal bleeding and pain. I've heard too many stories of dogs chewing happily after dinner, only to be fighting for their lives the next morning. Raw bones might be okay in some cases if your vet approves, but never give cooked bones. Raw yeast dough is especially sneaky. When your dog steals a piece from the kitchen counter, it can keep expanding inside their stomach just like it does in the oven. This causes dangerous bloating, intense pain, and pressure on vital organs. On top of that, the fermenting yeast produces alcohol, which can lead to alcohol poisoning. A family in Kansas lost their dog after he licked raw bread dough from a bowl. He didn't survive the night. What seemed like a harmless accident turned tragic. Mac and cheese might feel like comfort food you're sharing out of love, but it's actually a triple threat. High-fat dairy, lots of salt, and processed carbs. Many dogs are lactose intolerant, so the cheese can cause serious digestive upset. The salt throws off their electrolytes, and the fat can trigger painful pancreatitis. One woman in Texas let her beagle lick the plate after dinner for years, until one night it ended with a $3,000 vet bill and her dog in terrible pain. She thought she was showing love, but she was unknowingly causing harm. Energy drinks are extremely dangerous. Even if you'd never intentionally give one to your dog, accidents happen. A spilled can, a forgotten drink on the coffee table. Dogs will lick up anything that smells sweet or interesting. The high levels of caffeine can cause rapid heartbeat, seizures, and even cardiac arrest. A 7-month-old husky once licked just 2 ounces of a spilled energy drink and started trembling within an hour. His heart was racing out of control by the time he reached the emergency vet. He barely made it. Treat all caffeine like poison around dogs, because to them, it is. Rhubarb is another garden hazard. The leaves are highly toxic, and even the stalks can be risky. They contain oxalates that cause drooling, tremors, and can lead to kidney failure. A rescued dog named Luna chewed on rhubarb in her backyard while her owner was gardening. By evening, she was lethargic, and by morning, her kidneys were failing. If you grow rhubarb, make sure it's completely fenced off and out of reach. Stone fruits like peaches, plums, and apricots look harmless, but their pits are loaded with cyanide and are major choking hazards. If a dog chews or swallows the pit, it can release cyanide or cause a life-threatening intestinal blockage. A golden doodle swallowed a whole peach pit and went from playing fetch to emergency surgery in less than 24 hours. Always remove the pits or simply avoid giving these fruits. Fat trimmings and skin from meat are tempting because your dog sits there with those hopeful eyes and wagging tail. But those fatty scraps, especially from beef or pork, are loaded with fat and salt that can quickly cause pancreatitis, an incredibly painful inflammation of the pancreas. A dog named Bruno received bacon fat scraps every Sunday until one day he stopped eating and couldn't stand. He survived, but barely. Those little treats nearly cost him his life. Sugar-free baked goods, gum, protein bars, and candies are especially deceptive. They often contain xylitol, erythritol, or other artificial sweeteners that are safe for humans but extremely toxic, even deadly, for dogs. These can cause a rapid drop in blood sugar, seizures, and liver failure. One dog stole a single sugar-free muffin from the coffee table and began convulsing within hours. Always check labels carefully. If it says sugar-free, keep it far away from your dog. Finally, canned tuna packed in oil or seasoned. It seems like a healthy protein, but it's loaded with salt and often contains garlic or onion powder. On top of that, the mercury in tuna can build up over time and cause chronic poisoning. A young boy named Jay used to sneak spoonfuls of tuna to his dog Milo whenever his parents weren't looking. Milo loved it at first, but slowly he developed tremors, lost his appetite, and became weak and confused. By the time they realized, the mercury damage was irreversible. If you want to give fish, choose plain, cooked salmon without bones or skin instead. So now you know the 12 foods your dog should never eat, no matter how sweetly they beg. These aren't just random rules. They come from real science, real vet cases, and real heartbreaking stories from families who learned the hard way. We don't say no to our dogs out of cruelty. We say no because we love them more than words can express. Real love sometimes means making the difficult choice to protect them from things they don't understand. If this video helped you, please share it with other dog parents who need to see it. Leave a comment below and tell me, have you ever had a scary moment with food and your dog? We're all in this together. And today, give your dog an extra long belly rub from me and tell them how much you love them. Thank you for watching until the end. Thank you for caring enough to learn. Your dog is lucky to have you.